What better music to go with huge crash tackles and dudes running tries through the line to fat riffs and screaming and double kick drums.
Hey, we are Polaris. My name is Rick.
And my name is Dan, and you are watching Forever Loud.
Yeah, it's so good to be back. Festival season is such a joy for us to come over for because it's so different to anything else we can get at almost any point in any place in the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't afford something like this. And yeah, I mean, Download's such a special place because we grew up hearing the name and always kind of aspiring to come and play it. So to be back, to be recognized for that, it's sick.
Yeah, I was saying that Rock am Ring and Download are probably the two festivals that I've dreamed of for some of the longest time since I was a kid. We always talk about those Lamb of God Download videos.
Oh, yeah.
There's that Lamb of God set. There's a real notorious, is it Slipknot 09, I think? The amount of times I've been I've been at Jamie's place and he'd be like, let's watch Slipknot 09 Download again. I feel like there's so many legendary sets that we've watched here, and now to be here on our second time is insane. And what you just said before about there is nowhere else in the world you can do this. No. In Australia, if you get a festival, you might get a weekend of 3 festivals or 2 weekends of festivals, and that's your festival taste for the year.
Yeah.
And we used to play a festival in Australia and spend the next year dreaming of the next one. We'd be so cool to do one of those again. To come over here and live this every day for a month is it's overwhelming. It's my favorite part of what we do. I mean, it's just getting to do things like this in general was the goal, but I didn't necessarily. I believed we would, but I also didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hoped they would play with a lot of bands, but I didn't know when and how or where. Because this is beyond what we could have imagined. Again, the first time we were coming over here to play Download, it was a pinch yourself kind of moment. And so to be back, it's oh, okay, I guess, this is becoming the norm, which is so abnormal. So
yeah, and as you say, I guess playing with the Sex Pistols is not something that I thought would be on the cards for us.
No,
it's the whole thing's a bit of a trip, and that's the cool thing about these festivals too. They're able to draw out bands that you wouldn't see at other times. They're able to make things happen and bring people a show that maybe hasn't been seen for years. So it's a special place to be.
We're getting out of here late tonight, so. We're done at 3:30 or something like that. So, a couple of beers and a bit of water and some sunscreen, and we'll be watching Sleep Token late at night.
We have already paid a visit to the Great Garden Temple of Sleep Token at Rockin' Park. It was incredibly impressive. I mean, I'm so happy for those guys. They're a terrific band. They're great people.
Especially being home for them. This is gonna be crazy. So.
I had kind of forgotten that how much crazier this can be tonight. Being this is a kind of a triumph homecoming.
Oh it's huge. It's gonna be gigantic.
Homecoming King Sleep Token. So, the opportunity to see any band that's had a huge growth come and do a huge cycle and build and build and build, and then do that return to home at the top. It's when we'd see Parkway come and headline after years, and they come back and the excitement at home is so wild. Or I remember seeing that Bring Me Download set videos from last year or the year before, and it's so special to see someone really come back to their home place.
Even in 2019 when we supported Architects, there was some incredible shows on that, but when we played Ali Pali with them, it was oh wow,
there's such an electricity when people feel that closer personal attachment, and we felt it at our Sydney shows and in a lot of Australian cities as well. But it's even just being amongst the crowd and seeing that and looking around, you can see people's faces how invested and engaged they are emotionally in something like that. So it'll be special.
That was just beyond crazy. That whole experience was crazy because that was a fly in, fly out experience. So we were in Mexico for not even 32 hours.
Yeah.
And while we're there, we got to play to 20,000 people, which is it was just crazy. It's just crazy seeing the setup for it, because you expect, I didn't know what to expect was the whole thing.
Yeah.
And getting out there and just seeing this giant area cordoned off and being this is a festival grounds at home, but this is just one show, 4 bands, was it?
Yep.
Five bands. Yeah. 5 bands. And the whole lineup was sick. Seeing Throne, Spirit Box, Pod and You, us and Bring Me, it's I loved it. I was hey, I spent half the night out the front just watching as well. It was incredible.
When we got that offer, it was it was a triple whammy of excitement. It was oh my God, Mexico. Oh my God, Bring Me the Horizon. And then it was oh my God, look who else is there. It's Spirit Box, Throne, Plotting You.
Yeah.
It was just mind blowing.
Props to Bring Me the Horizon, because they are just always pushing pushing the absolute max of what a band in this sphere can do. And like that show was like such an exemplification of it. And like I only wish we could have played the other shows because hearing about some of the shows in like I think it was like Argentina and Brazil looked insane. And that's saying something because what we got to experience was nuts in itself.
Yeah, the fact that there could have been that there were other shows down there that were apparently even bigger. Like I remember the Brazil shows, 60,000 or something like that. I'm like, it just makes me. I mean, what was so mind-blowing for us is like we've played shows maybe to festival crowds close to that size, but never in a place that we'd never been before. Usually it might be like our third or fourth time going to a place before we get an opportunity like that. And to be like, first time in Mexico, you've been handed this. And it was like, we were just so blown away. So I think we were thinking about that one show for 6 months. Like,
yeah, legitimately.
And then it was over like that, but boy, was it a great memory. So yeah.
I mean, that just honestly came out of the blue, like just an offer in the emails being like, hey, like we're thinking about having you guys for this opportunity, and we were like chomping at the bit. It was like, oh, this is gonna be rad. And like, I mean, we've only released the one video with them that we shot for them so far. There should be another one debuting in a couple of months, which has some pyro, has some like kind of. It's fun because like working in that kind of corporate world, it's like doing a music video, but on such like a different kind of level where like
they have such great workers. Yeah. Like it runs so smoothly.
I mean, if only we could have that much like film crew on a music video, would probably get them done in like a quarter of the time. But but no, it's a really sick thing to be a part of, and like especially back home, like the footy is so important and so special to so many people. So the amount of messages and like just comments and things, people coming out of the woodworks being like, oh, I went to school with these guys. They're like, oh, you love this band. Like, yeah, it was really cool.
I was getting tagged in Instagram stories, but you're on TV again. And it was it was so fun. Like, I
got a teary-eyed video from my dad just being like, oh, it was so amazing to see you guys on the commercials. And I was like, oh.
It's a cool thing. Like, yeah, in terms of, I guess, how it came about, like, the like Fox Sport has been really investing in kind of like the bringing a little bit of the heavy music in Australia into their like rugby and AFL, like Australian Football League, bringing some of the heavy music into how they promote that, which is like really great because we know that that heavy music in Australia is one of Australia's biggest musical exports. Like, you know, we've got terrific heavy bands and the public loves it. And I'm like, what better music to go with huge crash tackles and like dudes like running tries through the line, like to fat riffs and screaming and double kick drums. It's like this makes sense. And what was cool is that the people in the team who in the promotions team behind that has started to recognize that, and they've spent the last couple of years kind of like lobbying to get more of this. So when they came to us and said, you guys are like at the top of our list for this year to do it, we jumped at it. So we're just really exciting that they want to bring this type of music to people's attention. I love it, and the people are responding great to it too. Like apparently it's been a hit. So
we're going to get through this summer run. Then Jamie's taken some time to have his first kid. So that's very, very exciting for him, and we're just giving him the space that he needs. But at the same time, we're writing new music. We're working on new stuff. So it's it's going to be like a quite an open end of the year, but we've got plenty of things cooking to where 2026 is going to be very exciting for us. So
yeah, I think the second half this year is like, I think we'll be doing a little bit of I think we're just trying to carry the motivation that this festival season has kind of given us. Like, we felt really, really encouraged and really happy and excited about what's going on right now. And we're really hoping to like just kind of channel that through the next few months into finishing a great record, hopefully. And going to Japan in September for a handful of shows with our friends in Pale Dusk and Gnosis, which will be really cool.
Yeah, that will be sick.
I'm not sure if we're doing any other shows by the end of the year. I'll have to double check the calendar.
We got some Aussie dates, but
that's right. Yeah,
no more international trips. So just knuckling down and getting a record done.
Yeah, we've me and you probably we both need to go home and work on finishing off our new places.
Yeah. Countless things to work
getting
on.
the new home studios ready.
Yeah,
big priority.